We got a Mr. Jordan Widmer.
Jordan Shitmer.
Anyway, what did you do today, and what did you play? Even though we can see that you obviously played Orchest.
Oh, of course, yes. I played machine decks, obviously. Earth Machine best.
Machina.
Deck.
Earth Machine best deck.
I played Drytron. I finished XO. I was supposed to play Javari in the last round, but we ended up splitting because he didn't want the smoke.
Because he's lazy.
He admitted to it though. Yeah, I finished XO. I went to game 3, I believe, maybe twice. And the deck was really free. Everyone says the deck's dog shit, and the deck cards I play are bad, but I think the deck cards are actually good. So we're just going to start with it off. So I play 11 names. I play Triple Alpha, Triple Zeta. These are the combo starters. You want to open these cards. Everyone knows this already. Double Gamma. Some people play 3. I don't play the Dragoon package. Everyone's going to tell me to because they're bad. It's just, you don't need it. It's just, there's no reason to play bricks in a consistent deck. And then 2 Delta, 1 Beta. I play Beta because it respects DD Crow in the Tri Brigade matchup, and because it plays around Cycle Reader.
That card's nice. Hey, why don't you have higher rarities of these?
Because it matches. Because when I look at the deck, it goes super, super rare, super rare. I don't like that. Alright, because we played Triple Diviner, Triple Orange Light.
Hey, what rarity is that?
Bitch Rare.
Bitch Rare, yeah.
Bitch Rare.
Bitch Rare.
Double Ava. This is all standard. I actually kind of want to cut down this ratio to like this.
Yeah.
Orange Light like sucks to open.
He wants to main deck more hand traps.
Yeah, it's okay though. I mean, this did fine. I don't main any other hand traps. I just play Dark Ruler instead, which you'll see. But and then the rituals, I only play 3. I took inspiration off Shu Ping's list. These were the only ritual monsters that actually came up. 8 to 10 I think is terrible. There's no reason to get the ritual spell back that turn when it doesn't do anything that turn. You have to open another Drytron to play, in which case it just kind of sits there.
My man's so sick it never comes up.
Yeah, I mean, if Ben 10 searches Diviner and on their turn you can just banish it for Ava. You really don't care.
Okay, now here's the spice.
2 talents. And a callback.
Only 2 talents. Why is that?
Paul doesn't have a third, and I need a third.
You want a third? What would you change?
The Delta. I'd cut this Delta.
To
I like 10 names, and this is 11. Personally, not what I like, because now I have to play 22 monsters and I like 21. But
21.
21. But Talents was insane. Against Kippenberg, I drew 2 cards against...
What's a Kippenberg? What was he playing?
Josh Kippenberg playing Prank Kids.
Prank Kids. Yo, I hear Josh Kippenberg was pretty good. I hear he got poo-pooed out of the YCS.
Oop, unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Yeah, that guy's pretty good.
And then against Dragoon Guru, who had Necrovalley on board, I just took the Dragoon.
Ouch, why would you do that to your nice old sponsor?
No, it was Garrett. It's fine.
Oh, it wasn't? It wasn't Paul? Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't Paul.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, fuck Garrett.
And here's Maurice. No. Then I played 1 Fafnir. This card's good.
Don't listen to this, man.
This card's insane.
Don't listen to this.
So you're still on the Fafnir?
Yes, this card is basically Meltdown for ritual summons. It's
it
good.
really do be.
It is, actually. You cannot stop ritual summons.
Does it search your house, sir?
Yeah, so anyways, I played 2 Invocation, 2 Medionis. You have to respect Cosmic, and Crow is still a relevant thing. I actually, was scared to play against the Shadal guys because I didn't want them to have Aerial for my Drytron cards because this card just like kind of dies to it. Because Beta can put back Drytron monsters, but not cards.
Yeah, it feels like 90% of the time when you lose it's to Shadal, so...
Yeah, Wind is kind of good.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then 3 Nova.
I hear that card's pretty good.
Yeah, quick launch is pretty neat.
Are those pretty rares?
Yeah, they're all max rarity.
Oh, it's all max rarity.
It's okay, the extra deck isn't. And then
we'll pretend like it is.
And then spells. The rest of the spells is just cyber.
Oh, heck, we don't care about that. Show us the next card. No. I saw it. I saw it. There you go.
I think this card's genuinely insane. So Extra Foolish is just a good card in general. It turns off cards like Summon Limit, Necrovalley. It forces Zeus's. And in the scenario, in which case like your Zeta gets Ghost Spelled and you can resolve Diviner, Extra Foolish can just send the Arclight, which can grab a ritual spell. So it's a tech removal card. It can grab the ritual spell in case your Zeta gets Ghost Spell, which happened to me multiple times today. And the only restriction is that you can't set cards, which doesn't matter in this deck. Oh no, the 1 call by.
And oh no, you burn yourself for half your life points
to win the game. Yeah. And then I just played Triple Dark Roll. These are supposed to be droplets in the main deck, but this is actually better, I think, because it punishes Ghost Bell more by leaving the Drytrons in hand, and it doesn't lose to Cycle Reader. But yeah, in theory, this should technically be droplets because it is a quick play that you can activate in case you get hand trapped, and it still leaves disruption on your opponent's field. And then the extra deck, the Xyz was 2 Mu Beta, You need 2 for the combo, and one. And sometimes this one gets imperm, so you just Gamma Revive, make the second one, and still combo. 1 Beat Rice, best card. Foolish is Ava twice.
Ban Ava.
1 Downer, 1 Zeus. You don't play the Lureless card. The Lureless card is bad. Kuko's bad. If you're going second, and you need to like break a board, you just make Mubeta attack Downer Zeus, and then you can just Meteorless the Zeus away. Or if you're like in the grind game, you can Gamma Revive, attack, make Downer, make Zeus, and that's 4 summons. And if you have a fairy in hand, you can ritual spell to summon back the Ultimateness, and then you have a negate plus a 1 Material Zeus, which isn't bad. But yeah, that's the Xyz.
How many Xyz is that?
5, I believe. 5.
Math is hard.
And then Synchros is 2 Arclight. You actually hard make this sometimes if your hand like sucks. Linkrio plus Arclight is literally a floodgate that forces the battle phase against Tri-Brigade. Unless they just hard open Cat, which case you were losing that game anyways, because it forces it. And then 1 Entis. This card's godly because it's sendable off 6 cards in my deck that's searchable, so the Diviners and the Extra Foolish. This card makes Extra Foolish a like tech card out floodgates. I outed a Battle Butler today with it, and you can force interruptions.
And what else is it?
It's a Rhoda for like half the deck for Ben 10.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, what else is the Entis?
It's nice. It's a good
No,
card.
no,
It's also
I mean,
level 4.
it's a fairy.
Yeah, it's a fairy.
Yeah, it's a fairy.
Everyone knows it's a fairy. Lammers knows it's a fairy. And then the links is just Link Rebo, IP, Unicorn, Phoenix. I fucking hate this card. I made it twice today, the Apollosa.
You make it against me.
Lammers, does Apollosa come up in Drytron?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Promise you it does.
Against Rogue it does.
You IP into it.
Against Samir it fucking does.
You okay? So if you have like full combo and they stop your Ava, you just IP into this. If like if you don't have enough fairies to like force their hand. 1 Boral Sword, 1 Axis Coach. Shout out to Daniel.
Gang, that's me.
But you need both sometimes because if you unicorn or if you IP into the unicorn, you don't want to have to commit 4 monsters for the Boral Sword and lose to Nib. I'd rather just make an Axis Code and use Gamma and win the game from there. So yeah, that was the extra deck. I wanted 2 win conditions, and then I think all the extra deck cards are staple from there. And then the side deck was...
The side deck's really spicy.
Yeah, I think it was pretty nice. So it was 3 Nib, 3 Phantasme, 3 Lancia. So I just wanted generic good combo cards, or cards that punish combo harder, because you already play Talents. Phantasme and Nib go in against Salad. Phantasme and Lancia go in against Tri-Brigade. Or you can side Phantasme and back remove for Tri-Brigade. And even against Prank Kids, you still side Phantasme because it's a body on board that can force like Butler. Because you can automatically just make Phoenix with it and pop a back row. It also lets you like refuel your hand. But yeah, Lancia is also really good because you don't lose to Access Code when they use the effect to gain. If you just Lancia right then and there, it just becomes a beat stick that they can't mark you with. But yeah, Salad matchup is free. Tri-Brigade is like the biggest struggle, and Shadal's is really rough too. That's why we have to prep for with things like Twin Twister. And the rest of the cards like Nibiru, Lancia, and stuff like that, because we don't want to lose the Schism. And if you can twin an Eldol and force a Winda, you can basically play around the Winda really easily.
Extra Foolish, go burr.
Extra Foolish, go burr. Force card, summon Winda. Cool, now I know you have Winda. And the last 2 cards I played was Triple Judgment. I just wanted a card that stopped things like Dark Ruler, Droplets. If they didn't send a trap and you just stopped the Dark Ruler or the Droplets, you basically just won the game with 4 fairies in hand. So the problem with like this that everyone's going to tell me is like, oh, if you Extra Foolish, you can't summon or set Judgment. You just take these out and put those in. This is just a tech card that plays through hand traps. But Extra Foolish, if you lead with it, loses to Droll anyways, so I'd rather open this than the Extra Foolish if I get Droll, because at least this can stop things like the Prank Kids monster, the Striker Dragon, this can hit the Access Code. You can like basically just stop your opponent's like starters or extenders with this card. It hits basically anything. The only thing I wouldn't side this against is like the Drytron mirror, because the Drytrons activate. I know this card's godly and all, but like literally these are the cards that matter the most. Taking out an extra deck card that they link into just doesn't matter because they just gain free re-advantage off of it anyways. But yeah, this was the deck. It was 40 cards. Shout out to Papa Paul. He got the whole deck for me. This deck is insane. I love this deck. I think this deck's really good. The only change I would make, like I said, was cut 1 Delta for Talents. And I think that's really it. I don't think the fairy lineup can change. I think the spells that I picked today were correct. I'm really in love with Extra Foolish. I guess maybe you could play Droplets, but I'm going to continue to play Dark Ruler. It's not really a Saki card. They do the same thing. Dark Ruler just lets you keep cards in hand, which I like more. But yeah, everyone's going to tell you this card's bad. Just try it out. You'll see, like, your Zeta's going to get Ghost Spelled. You're going to resolve the Ben 10, add the Diviner, normal the Diviner, grab Ultimateness, send Arclight. grab the ritual spell, and like boom, you just play from there. But yeah, that's the deck. Yeah, I finished EXO. Like I said, my only thing was that I split with Javari because Javari didn't want to play Salad versus this deck because this deck just tears apart Salad boards.
Papa Paul said to split.
Papa Paul said split, so we split the winnings because it's what Papa Paul wanted. But yeah, that's it. Yeah,
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
of course.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.